Okay. I think. Turn that a bit. Great. All right. So, last we left off a little while ago, uh, the six of you received a early morning knock on your door at the Troll Skull, and upon opening the door, found Abaya Uday standing there, cashing in her favor for saving Voldred's life at the beginning of the campaign in the sewers below Waterdeep. She tasked the five of you with traveling to Ironspine Keep via a teleportation circle that she drew onto the ground. And the five of you accepted the mission, traveled through. Upon arrival at Ironspine, you were met with, let's see, one of the warriors of the fortress of Ironspine Keep, Corley, Corley Halvisher, representing the Lord's Alliance. She advised you that there were reports of evil forces in the woods around the keep, that they were going to need the help of all of you to push those forces back should they arrive. While discussing this, teleportation circle activated again, and an elven arcane archer named Zephyrin came through as well, a mercenary who also works for Abaya, here to cash in one of his debts that he was owing to her. The six of you met up, got familiar with each other, toured the Ironspine Keep together. You purchased some health potions. While walking around the outer wall, you did find a few different siege weapons that had been set up around, all assigned to different cities, major cities of the Sword Coast. Finally, night came, and the forces of the Red Wizard Zaztam began to approach from the forest. You fought along the outer castle wall and were able to successfully repel the attack. In a moment of rest, the six of you came down off the wall. Corley came out to thank you and said that they were going to be moving Waterdeep's siege weapon, and her squires started, you realized, attacking your siege weapon. You tussled with the group. The six of you ended up killing the three who you found out to be imposters, doppelgangers who were impersonating Corley and squires of the keep. And then, when the dust settled, the final fog came. You heard a voice and a figure appear from the fog and the mist. A wraith standing in front of you, wearing armor and a steel crown on its head. And he spoke to you and said that he was an emissary of Zaztam, that those who would stand before him would lay in waste. You heard a thumping of wings, a screech in the air, and boom, a shadow dragon who landed behind him. The warlord rose into the air and merged into the dragon, creating a large purple glow in its chest. The dragon roared in front of you. The ground shook. And with that, we are going to get started pretty quickly here. And I will do this, and I need everyone to roll initiative.
Do we have a
Ooh.
like a map?
Yes, ma'am.
Dirty 20 for me.
Let's go.
16 for me.
Let's see. Hold on a second. This is not doing what it's supposed to. Everyone, stop what you're doing. There's your map link in the chat. I don't know why that's happening. I'm not sure if everyone can hear that.
Mm-hmm.
Is it messing up on your side? If it happens again, let me know and I will turn that off. Here we will take them. That. Okay. Now you can roll your initiatives. Elena
Again?
was a dirty 20.
Okay.
Tolomer was a
16.
16.
Mine's 17.
I was a 17 on the first roll.
Okay.
And then I rolled an 8 for him, and he's got +4, which puts him at 12.
Okay.
I'm at 15.
Okay.
The map isn't opening for me.
Me
Yeah,
either.
you're still waiting on you to
Okay.
start it. There we go.
There we go.
There you go. All right. With that, we can officially get started.
Hell yeah.
All right. So with this, the dragon unfortunately has a really high initiative count. A pretty big modifier for dragons. So our dragon will make the first move. He roars in fury and pushes forward quickly. He is going to make 2 attacks. His first one, he will. Let me grab. Let's see. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players. Yeah. Okay. Easy enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that makes sense. He actually, it's actually different than what I thought. He pushes forward. And is actually going to push towards Zephyrin. Makes his first attack. Let's see here. Okay, first attack is a 12 to hit. On
That's a miss.
Okay.
That's a miss.
Second one's going to be a 24.
That's going to be a hit.
That is 9 points of slashing damage.
Okay. I can't change his health or anything like that. It doesn't
Okay.
allow me to.
We'll go back to that. 9 points of slashing damage plus 4 points of necrotic damage.
Damn.
That is. Let's see here. Okay. That is the Shadow Dragon's move. That will take us to Elena.
Okay. Sorry, I was reading something for her. 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna take my crossbow and blood curse of bloated agony.
Okay.
That's 18 to hit.
Okay. And 18 does hit.
Okay. And D8 necrotic plus 4. Okay. 4 damage.
4 damage. Okay.
And it has a disadvantage on strength and dex checks and takes 1d8 necrotic damage if it makes more than one attack on its turn.
Okay. Let's see here. What kind of damage was that? Attack?
Necrotic.
Okay.
No, mine's normal. There's the 4 is a normal. The
Normal piercing.
and
Okay.
then it's a 1d8 necrotic if it makes more than one attack on its turn.
Okay. Remind me when that comes up.
Okay.
Okay. So, anything additional for you? Any? That was your bonus action, right? Any movement?
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of back up here.
Okay. All right.
That's it.
Terrific. All right, Juniper, you're up.
I'm going to cast Discontent Whispers.
Okay.
Dissonant Whispers. It's a Wisdom savings throw.
Okay. It's gonna be a 16.
Yeah, he passes. Yeah, so then I'm going to I only have one more bardic inspiration, so I'm gonna hold on to it for now.
Okay. Did you regain any of those during your short rest?
It's a long rest to regain them.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm gonna try, I guess, move away from it because it's a fucking dragon and I'm tiny as shit and it's right on my shit.
Okay. Just knowing that you can incur an attack of opportunity if you move out of his range because he is basically on top of you.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna lean into it. I'm gonna just be around his feet, I guess.
Just bouncing around. I like it. I like where you've got him positioned right now because it looks like it's a giant eyeball on this dragon.
Yes.
All right. Let me turn Kenku down just a little bit for me. Okay. All right. Voldred, you're up.
I am gonna see him trying to take some shots at Zephyr. I'm gonna use a Witch's Bolt at him,
Okay.
and we're gonna shoot for 16.
So you
Yeah,
took your attack.
Yep, attack for 6. I went to hit for 16.
Okay. 16 just connects. You see this witch bolt start to go it hits and it tries to branch off and then it manages to latch in. So you're connected with that witch bolt.
And we're gonna do 2d12 lightning damage
Let's go.
for 10 damage.
Okay. Let me see here. So that is lightning damage.
Yes.
Okay, you said 10?
Yep.
Okay. So while it connects, and you do see that it starts to like burn this little bit of damage into the shadow that's holding it together, it doesn't seem to do quite as much damage as you were hoping it would.
Okay.
Right. Any bonus action or movement for you?
No. No.
Juniper, I will make a point for you here real quick if you're interested.
I'm listening.
These guys here, these little blocks, I have actually placed these on the map. These can work as like half cover if anybody is
Okay.
behind it and not like in front of the dragon, like standing in front of the dragon. So if you are managing to use the battlefield to your advantage in this area, you can get half cover, which I believe gives you like +2 to your AC. So just something for everybody.
Yeah, I just got to get out from underneath his feetsies.
Yep, exactly. So, all right, Voldred, anything additional for you?
No, because if I move, he's got the attack on me, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, so no, we're going to stay.
Okay. Ptolemy, you're up.
Wait, where's the cannon in all of this? Is it still?
The
That's
cannon's
where
up
I'm
and
going.
to our right, down and to our right here.
Mm-hmm.
How far can I get towards the cannon? I know before you let us climb up over the side of the stairs.
If you use the
also
dash,
use
you'd be able to make it.
Some movement, so
Mhm.
curious how far you'll let me go.
Here's what I'll let you do. If you're trying to like jump up to here, I will allow an acrobatics check. If you make an acrobatics check of, let's call it 13 or higher, you can use standard 5 foot of movement. If you
Okay.
fail the check, that is going to take like it'll basically turn it into half movement there. So instead of
Okay.
going 5 feet, it would be double movement. So to go from here to here would be 10 feet.
Okay.
But I'm gonna give you kind of like a burst of adrenaline here with seeing this pitch.
I got 18.
Yeah, that fucking rules. So you managed to
Fine.
run and like just leap up. This elvish form can leap up to that area of the stairs. And
Yes,
then, yes, that's
I am here.
5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, perfect.
I'd like to load the cannon with my action.
Okay, perfect. Let me just check here real quick. Right. Storm cannon. Yeah. Okay. That will take your full action that utilize getting it loaded up with that electrical charged ball. The shot would be in the next turn.
Yep.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah. Easily, like that adrenaline boost hits you. You leap up towards those stairs and go hauling around, and very nimbly are able to just like get this thing loaded. And at this point, because it's still facing out towards, actually right now it's kind of still facing towards where you had shot the ogre before, so like down towards south. You're now turning it, and it's taking a little bit. All right, Roland.
What am I muted?
I got the mastiff goes on my turn too, right?
Thank you. Good call. Go ahead.
Actually going to just have him go in front of Roland
Okay.
and just I guess hold his action if the dragon comes within within range that he'll do the melee attack.
Okay. For anyone
Um,
attacking the dragon currently with Voldred and the Mastiff flanking, I'm going to give like blanket advantage for attacks on the dragon right now. All right.
Yes, I'll ready the attack. You know, if he makes a move towards Roland that comes within range, I'll hit.
I'm assuming the dragon is facing like Foldred and them.
Zephyrin.
Right now, yeah,
What is
facing
it?
towards Zephyrin and Elena.
Okay. I'm gonna move behind the dragon.
Okay.
Let's see, right there, I guess. And then I am going to do. Let's see. I don't know if I have any more. I'm gonna do unarmed strike. primary. That one's a 9, so it's not hit.
Yeah, it's tall, so you try to get it, but like one of its feet move away as it's like trying to bite at Zephyrin. You swing and miss.
All right. For my second, it's going to be another unarmed strike. For my bonus action, a 21.
Yeah, that'll definitely hit. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Let's do 7.
Okay. And what is that considered? Is that force damage?
It's bludgeoning. Let me make sure. Yeah, blunt force. I guess bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning. Okay. You said 7?
Yes.
Okay. You hit the dragon, and you feel resistance from it. But again, you've dealt with shadows before, and punching it, it's you kind of pass through it a little bit. You feel a little bit of purchase and kind of feel like stuff has moved, but it doesn't do as much damage as you'd like.
Oh, I'd like to seduce the dragon then.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Gonna roll for that.
Wait, I'm the bard.
Maybe
Fuck
in
you.
your next action.
Start painting its toenails.
Yeah. All right.
Is this a boy or a girl dragon?
Roll perception.
You know what?
Bet.
I'm going to. A 16.
A 16. There's so much shadow surrounding it, you can't quite tell, even from your very
17. I'm underneath.
solid vantage point. 17.
It's a big boy.
You're still. It's a lot of shadow down there, and you think that at some point, like maybe you're about to get hit by something, but then like maybe it's the tail. Like you can't quite tell.
This turn is sponsored by
You know what?
Manscaped.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
A
Where's
20
the-
would have allowed you to determine gender. Right. Let's see. Sorry, having to update that real quick, and then okay. Any additional like movement or anything for you?
No, for me, no. No.
Perfect. That's not the song I wanted. Where's the song that I wanted?
Whoopers.
Here it is.
Okay.
All right.
Ooh.
That pushes us down. All right. That brings us to Zephyr's turn.
All right, so Zephyrin is gonna grab his longbow off his back and take a shot with his longbow for his first action,
Okay.
which is +9 on this D20. Oops. D20 to everybody. So that'll be a 22,
Yeah, that definitely hits.
and then it'll be a 1d8 +4. So that'll be a 12 damage.
Okay. And that's just standard piercing.
Yes, standard. Nothing to just piercing, standard piercing.
Okay. It flies through, and you see like the dust or the smoke swirl around the impact point. You do see that the arrow like slows down as it gets further into the shadow that makes up this dragon. But just once again, not as much damage as you'd like. How much was it?
Okay.
Sorry, 10.
12 damage.
Okay.
How many spaces does this guy take up?
It looks like it takes 15 by 15 or almost 20 by 15.
Yeah, it's here, hold on a second. Yeah, 15 by basically 15. It's 15-foot circumference. So 1, 2, 3, 9 squares. He's a huge bitch.
Just because he was in the heat of it, he's gonna he was in a quick draw and he's gonna take a second shot of his longbow
Perfect.
at him. That's 25.
Yeah, that hits.
And then 10 for damage.
Okay. 2 arrows go into the chest of the dragon. It kind of like pulls back and roars, having just swiped at him and slashed this damage across his chest, and then immediately response from the arrows back. Anything additional for him?
Yes, he's gonna do a second wind, which will give him the 1d10 plus 5 HP, so that'll be 12 HP added on to him. And included with that, he's gonna include his tactical shift, which he can move up to half his speed, so 15. And then without provoking opportunity attack, so the dragon would not be able to attack.
Fuck yeah, good job.
So we will
That's
go
sick.
5, 10, 15.
You could do that.
That was a lot. That was a lot of movement just for him. I was like, holy shit, he can do a lot all at once. So, yep, and that'll be it for him.
Sweet. Okay. All right. Then that brings us to... Okay. This brings us to the next fun part of the game. Last time we played, I advised everybody of rolling a number. One of you could not do it. It was Zafira. Sorry, no, not Zafira. Why am I like Juniper? God, I've got so many names in my brain. So unfortunately,
that's
Juniper
right,
wasn't able to
yeah.
do it. But Elena, I need you to remember. Actually, here I'm gonna drop these down into the chat. All right, Elena, Ptolemy, Roland, Voldred. Everybody at the table, you begin hearing in this, in the space of this 6 seconds, you start hearing shouts from around you. You hear yelling and screaming along the walls, and you start hearing, "Dragon! Dragon! Load the cannons!" You can see along the edges people running, and they're getting set up alongside their siege weapon that they had used to repel the attack from Zastam's forces earlier. So, with that, I'm going to, for ease of viewing here, I'm going to unhide these guys. Ptolemy is already on the Waterdeep cannon. It is a larger map, so you will have to scroll down to see some of them. But the way this is going to work, we are going to run this. I will put the initiative order here. Just to keep everybody on track with us. Okay. Because it's not in the same order as the numbers there. The numbers were the numbers you guessed. The cannons for Silvery Moon, Neverwinter, Mithril Hall, and Baldur's Gate are all manned by warriors and people who are fighting along the edge. You are going to roll for those characters. Let me turn this back, change that. Spotify pisses me off sometimes. You're going to roll for their attacks. Let me
Hell
put
yeah.
things in here. And if anybody wants to give Juniper a roll or two, you're more than welcome to.
No, you guys are fine.
Juniper, take mine since I have the other player. You can take my
Oh,
Silver
that's
Moon.
actually a good idea. Yeah, I like that. All right, let's see here.
For glory.
I want to think that everybody has the same to hit and potentially the same damage, but if I don't, that's why I'm putting it here real quick, because I'm going to let you guys make sure that you were the ones who are taking care of this. Silvery Moon. Okay. Great. So, first up in the order for attacks is going to be Silvery Moon. So, Vuldred, which means Juniper, you are rolling for Silvery Moon. According to your siege weapon, you have a ballista. Imperceptible phase spirits automatically aim the ballista. However, they aren't strong enough to lift the heavy ballista bolts, so it must be loaded by hand. The two or three, however many people that are manning those weapons, they'll do that for you every turn. You don't have to worry about that. You have an armor class of 15 on that ballista. You have a +6 to hit, and then you will roll 4d10 damage. It says 22. That's for like DM stuff. You're going to roll 4d10. But go ahead and roll your to hit with a +6.
Okay, so roll the hit. +6, you said?
Yes. You have
Ranged attack
just
roll.
you have just enough of a line of sight on it currently that you can hit it.
Okay. What dice is that?
A standard D20, and then you add your +6.
Okay. Nine.
Well, that would probably hit because while you have a line of sight, it is a very, very thin. So they try to get that shot through, but unfortunately, they do manage to clip the edge of the keep wall right here. So you actually see this huge ballista bolt. It's 10 feet long and like a tree trunk. Crashes right into the edge of the keep. Ends up throwing parts of that building wall to the side. You hear like small muffled confused screams from inside the keep as this ballista plows through. Neverwinter. Who is manning Neverwinter?
I am.
All right. So you look to have a +6 to hit as well, 4d10 damage with an automatic ballista. Now let me check yours real quick on the map. Neverwinter is your bottom left. You have an entire keep in your way. So while you can make an attack, it is going to be at disadvantage because you have a giant building in your way.
Lovely.
Mm-hmm.
You got
Okay.
this.
Um, 17.
A 17 does hit.
Nice.
The guys manning that. What do you have here? Is a ballista? Yeah, you also have a ballista. You guys somehow manage to like see the wings coming up over the building, right? And that's what you aim for, right? Goes through. And you guys see this ballista bolt go right through the wing. The smoke kind of like pulls off and then congeals back together. Go ahead and roll damage. 4d10.
That's a 40-10. Okay. $15.
Okay. 15. That one slices through the wings, and you see this dragon who's been staring at Zephyrin and watched him run to the side, turn back and look over the roof, trying to figure out like what just hit it. Nice shot, Mithril Hall. Who is up?
Oh, that's me.
All right. Mithril Hall, you have a modified catapult that launches iron canisters of superheated metal that explode on contact. You create a dexterity save with fire damage. Okay. Mithril Hall, you can see it. I will give you warning ahead of time. This is a dex save in the area. So
we all got to save.
anything that is in there is in a 20-foot radius, centered on a point 30 to 300 feet from the launcher. They are going to have to make a save.
Love that.
Ptolemy would care about that with the cannon. Mithril Hall would not give a shit. There's a fucking shadow dragon.
Okay, fair enough.
Fair.
Fair enough.
So,
Dexterity save for everybody. All of a sudden, you guys hear whoosh, and you look as this fucking catapult launches this huge canister. It looks like a giant Molotov cocktail. It's a 55-gallon drum of fire and pain coming your way. It smashes into the ground at the feet of the dragon. Everyone is going to need to make a save, and that is
14.
Okay, let's see here. Mithril Hall.
No.
As a DC 15 to save. Let me see here.
I got a dirty 20.
Nice.
I literally got a 15.
Okay. Let's see.
You missed it by
Dexterity for the
one.
dragon. Oh, okay. Yeah, the dragon didn't see this coming. Gets hit right in the back, and rolls a 7. So he takes full damage. You're gonna take a 4d6 fire damage, Ptolemy, and let's see how bad you fuck up the dragon and your friends.
13.
Okay. All right. 13 points of damage. Anybody who didn't roll a 15 or higher, you take full damage. If you rolled a 15 or higher, you take half damage. A 15 is going to count as a 7.
How much damage did he roll?
15.
13. 15?
He rolled 15 damage.
13 damage.
13
Okay.
damage. Okay. So 6 points of damage.
Things are heating up under here.
Well, Ptolemy's like still like moving the cannon and like is just coming around as this happens. He's like, "No, you fools!"
Yeah, you're not gonna like this. The dragon's gonna burn one of its legendary resistances and chooses to make the save. So it hits, and as it does, it immediately lifts off the ground as it hears the impact. The flames start to get a little bit at the bottom of its feet. So you do still end up doing damage, but he has resistance against fire damage as well. So he's going to take half damage,
Wait.
half damage.
Question: I have resistance to fire damage as well.
Mm-hmm.
What do I get? Half of it?
You get half damage for that. So if you
Okay,
made the
that's
dex
so much
save,
better.
it's half and half.
Perfect.
Yeah, if you made it, it'd only be 3 points of damage for you, right?
Yeah, but I get a half because I failed, so I only take 6 instead of 13.
yeah.
So I'll
There you
take
go.
it.
Perfect. That's
Oh, whew.
good to know.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Baldur's Gate. Looks
Roland.
like that's Roland.
That is me.
You have a trebuchet mechanized by the priests of Gond. Pulling a single lever, loads and aims the trebuchet. That one is located up at the corner
To
here.
the north!
There is a building in the way, so you are going to have to roll at disadvantage. But you do
I
get
don't
a
know, dragon just
+5.
flew up.
Yep. Did
Just
fly.
enough to get its feet off the ground. That's a good call out, but right now
Right.
still really only seeing the wings.
Thought I got you.
It was close. It was close. I like it. I like the involvement.
Roll.
Must be a tiny dragon.
14.
It's just a
Oh,
little.
wait, no. 4.
Just a
4
low
was
guy.
the lowest.
4 was
Isn't
the
that what
lowest.
you are?
Okay.
Yeah, 4 was the lowest.
It goes over the top, and just misses the wings as well.
Oh.
So, a couple of good ones. I need. Let me see here. Who made the impact? Who impacted it? Who hit it?
I did.
You
I think
did.
I did, and the couple
Silvery
towers
Moon.
did too. Silvery Moon hit it.
right?
Silver
No,
Moon
no, no.
didn't hit
Silver
it.
Mist.
Or no.
Neverwinter and Mithril Hall hit it.
Okay, Neverwinter and Mithril Hall. I need both of those rollers. I need you to make a flat d20 roll at disadvantage. Add your +6 or whatever your modifier to hit was.
Mithril Hall doesn't have. They got a dexterity saving throw.
You're right. So I just need you, for fun here, roll a d20 and just add 6.
That would be you, Telemer.
Just a straight d20.
Add
And add your
disadvantage.
6.
All right, so that was 8.
Okay. All right. Good to know. Well, that brings us back to the top of our initiative order. And with that, this dragon's just been shot a couple times. Had the bottom of his tootsies burned. He is
Little toe beans.
Yes, the little toe beans. Let me see here. Okay. Okay. My apologies while I consider it. There's a shit ton of people around it, and so I'm trying to figure out what he would do.
I'm waiting for like a big wind gust.
I'd probably be overwhelmed by emotion and just leave. It feels like he's getting bullied here.
You guys are mean. It fucking flies off.
Same.
It's been a long day. Okay, you know how hard it is to be a fucking dragon.
I don't like the way that looks. Wait.
Not the dog.
You guys get an attack of
on.
opportunity.
Yeah.
In this area, yeah. Okay, so
Let's
I'm attacking.
got it.
you know what? I'm gonna say, in order to make this happen, it's gonna have to be here. Juniper and Roland, you both get attacks of opportunity.
What about
Hell
me?
yeah.
Is that any attack I want?
Gang,
You are still within 5 feet the entire time. So this guy is
Okay.
30 feet, right, of combined
Okay.
space, or 30 square feet, I guess.
About to get a nut check or a clam
He's a
slam
big
right
bitch.
now.
But yeah, attacks of opportunity.
Okay. How would shatter work then? Because it's a 10-foot radius.
If you drop it on the middle of him, it just hits him, and anybody like underneath or above him. But yeah, I mean, you could drop it right on his head, and it would.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Okay. As an opportunity attack, you can't cast a spell. It's got to be a melee.
Why do you hate me?
13.
I don't hate you, but I'm really excited to see that shatter.
23 to hit.
Yeah, great. That hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Rolling.
13.
13. Okay.
10
that will
damage.
miss. 10 damage. Okay. So Roland, you go to punch, but it's just like away from you. Juniper takes a shot, and it goes through. You do see that smoke swirl, and it kind of reacts and then spins back around at both of you. You see its eyes start to glow brighter from that. You see the purple in his chest start to. You begin to see this purplish, black, bluish light start to grow inside of its mouth, and then
That's
just
right, dear. Say it with your whole chest.
exhales this dark, purplish shadow breath. That is going to be how much?
Do we get a save?
This one is, yes, a dexterity saving throw. Also, that sucks. I just reread it. That is a 30-foot cone. So the Mastiff will need to roll a dex save as well. Juniper, Roland, and the Mastiff all roll dex.
14.
14?
Yep.
Save.
Nice.
10. Fail.
Yep.
11.
Fail. Let's see. I bought extra dice the other day, so this will help for that.
Oh, I hate that. The glee on his face. Juniper's hitting the ground, guys.
That's at least 5.
For
Well,
those of you who rolled
concentrating
a
on
13 or higher, you will take 10 points of damage.
Oh.
Anyone who
Wait, was
rolled
this from the roll from a little bit ago?
what?
No.
Yeah.
Or we just redo another one?
No, it's just 3 of us. It's Roland,
okay.
me,
Yeah.
and
Sorry.
Mastiff.
You said 14 or higher is 10 damage.
2 of us failed, one
13
survived.
or higher, 10 damage. 12 or lower, 20 points of damage.
Cool. I hit the ground like a bag of brick.
Okay. This black shadow breath engulfs the ground in 3 of you. Roland, we see, starts to, you see this necrotic energy coursing around his body, and he starts to push it off real quick. The Mastiff is surrounded by, you're kind of, and you see Juniper.
He's biting at it like dogs that bite at the hose.
And you see Juniper fall to the ground unconscious.
And so too does the Mastiff.
Terrible pet parent.
You do.
All right. Elena, you're up.
I'm going to do another crossbow attack, but activate Blood Maledict.
Okay.
I'll also amplify it too, which I believe was with blood, right?
Yes, because you did your blood maledict before, so you can amplify.
No, I did Bloated Agony.
That's right. So yes, for this one, you would have to draw blood in order to amplify this.
Okay. I'll go ahead and draw my quiver, drag it across my back, and knock it. And a 22 to hit.
That fucking hits, yeah.
I got a quick question. Did that dragon at any point make 2 attacks at the same time?
Not yet.
Because
not since she cast it.
Okay,
Good
I just
call out.
wanted to make sure.
Yeah, good call out. But on this one, it wanted to get multiple people.
6 damage.
Okay. What kind of damage?
That's just piercing damage.
Okay.
Amplify Curse causes you to take 1d4 creatures. Sorry, I'm reading up on it. I don't remember what it does. I take 1d4 though.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be 1.
Okay. All right. So it hits. You guys see this little burst of like red, blood-colored energy inside of it. it kind of looks at you, and you almost feel like you can see like this little smile come upon a dragon's face. Anything additional for you?
So reading on it, it would just amplify the bloated agony.
Okay.
It lasts for 1 minute, and the cursed creature can make a con saving throw DC 12 at the end of each of its turn to end the curse.
Okay. And the curse is the double attacks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Anything additional for you?
No, I'm good with where I'm at.
Juniper, I'm gonna need you to make your first death saving throw.
19.
Ooh, very good. That is one successful save. All right. You start to come back from this blackness, and you feel like you're hearing very muffled around you, like. You feel like consciousness. You're not quite there yet, but you're feeling it coming back to you. Voldred, you're up.
I am actually, so he's concentrated on Elena because she just like took a shot at him, right? Like, because he's so tall and I'm down below him. Like, is he still like seeing where I am
Make a perception check
after his attack?
or a survival check.
16.
Okay. Would survival have been higher?
Maybe 16.
Well.
16.
Okay. I mean, yeah, you do see that it's looked over and is currently eyeballing Elena after she shot him.
Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast a spell called True Strike. So basically, what I'm gonna do is kind of like slide underneath it and point my finger at it, and my magic grants a brief insight into the target's defense. And then on my next turn, I gain advantage on my first attack and roll against the target, and then I get to provide that this spell hasn't ended.
Okay. Let's see. So you get to learn his defense.
What is defense? Like, it says you point a finger at a target in your range. Your magic grants you a brief insight into the target's defense. Like, what protects him? Like, what his weaknesses are. I'm guessing.
All right. Okay. Cool. Let's see here.
Basically, like if you like look on our card where it says defenses, like mine's fire.
Yeah.
Like obviously he's resistant to fire and anything else.
Okay. You point your finger, and as you do and you cast the spell, you start to feel like you know more about dragons than anybody here, for sure, being a dragonborn. And with that, you remember your teachings, because you know the difference between dragonborn and dragons. Like they're basically almost two different species. But you've learned so much about them in your time. And with that, you start to gather this sense of its resistance and immunities. You can check your DMs. Those are there for you now.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything additional? Any bonus action or movement?
No, I just move my to still stay within the 5 feet of him, so I don't get opportunity attack. I'm just kind of since he really didn't see me, I'm gonna kind of just slide still past him, but next to this pillar here.
Okay, great. And I will say that being there, Yeah, I think you're pretty solid there. If you want to move him down a little bit here, I'll let you be able to slide in there, without incurring the attack of opportunity. And you'll take half cover there, so +2 to any AC.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, yep.
Okay, that then brings us to Ptolemy.
Okay. We'll launch the cannon.
Terrific. Go ahead and roll the hit.
Do it.
I've been waiting for this cannon to get launched.
Been turning the whole time. Been ballistas and fucking boom. What was it?
It's nat 20!
Let's go! All right.
Hell yeah.
Go ahead and roll damage. The Waterdeep cannon will roll 4d10 lightning damage.
And then we'll double it. So that was 34, so it's going to be 68 damage.
Let's
Oh,
go!
damn.
All right, so Ptolemy's been turning this thing the whole time. Ballistas have been going through. Catapults have been raining fire. We've been seeing shit everywhere. Juniper's fallen in the time it's taken us to turn this thing around. And you guys hear this lightning bolt just... This flying ball goes through, smashes into the dragon that it's kind of like started to take flight. Hits it in the chest. Go ahead and roll 2d20. Go ahead and roll a disadvantage for me.
+6 still.
Yes.
17.
Okay. So, this thing hits, and you guys hear this roar as it hits, and the dragon falls back to the ground. That was 34 times 2, right? 68 points of damage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. With this one, because he had started to take off, roll a perception check for me. Perception or survival, whichever's higher.
Sure. Not very perceptive. Too excited. 7.
Okay. You feel that this impact, when it hits, you hear it scream. This one, you've noticed, like, everyone's been frustrated that these attacks haven't done as much damage. For some reason, when this one hits, you feel like that took a chunk. All right. Any additional bonus actions or movement for you?
Nope.
Okay. Roland, you're up.
All right. Spells. I keep getting mixed up. It's Juniper, not Zephyr.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cast a healing word on Zephyra.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Which
Juniper.
one is it?
Juniper.
Juniper.
We're doing great, guys.
Junifera.
I rolled.
Junipera.
You get a 5. You get 5 points of health.
Okay. Roland reaches out his hand. You see this green earthly energy surround it, and you see that same glow on Juniper for a minute. Her eyes open as she comes up from unconsciousness.
That's a bonus action. Okay, nice. I still get an action. I'm going to. I can cast a cantrip, right? Or since I casted.
Yeah, you can cast a cantrip.
Okay, I'm gonna do Primal Savagery.
Okay.
I'm going to roll for that. A 10. Fucking nothing.
Okay.
let me
You cast a spell. You try to hit. You did. Nothing there. Fighting ghosts, fighting shadows.
Yeah.
All right. Any movement for you?
No, because I get an opportunity of attack, right? Or
As I
actually, no,
say,
I'm
so
following.
that primal savagery, it is melee, right? You did have to move up to get to
Yeah.
it. Okay. So I'm just gonna bump you up a little bit there to be in range.
All right.
All right.
That's it for me.
Great. Zephyrin, you're up.
We I'm gonna do a longbow, but we're gonna do a slow longbow. If I hit the creature with the longbow, it deals the damage, and it can reduce its speed by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
Okay. Yeah,
If
go
it's hit
for
more
it.
than once with this property, the speed is reduced doesn't exceed 10 feet, so it just stays 10.
Got it. Okay.
All right. D20 plus 9, so that'll be 28.
Yeah, that fucking hits.
And D8 plus 4, which will be 7 damage.
Okay.
And then we'll do that. So then he's also slowed down by 10 feet. And then we'll do the same attack again
Okay.
with a 17.
17 will hit. Yes.
And we'll do 11 damage.
Okay. Two crossbow bolts from around the corner, or sorry, longbow bolts from around the corner strike into the dragon. The damage again doesn't feel like it's doing as much, but you do notice a lethargy to this dragon all of a sudden. It kind of goes to turn to look at where it came from, and it's going a little bit slower than it did the last time. Anything additional for him?
We'll do his last second win. 1d10 plus 5 for health. Which is 9, so 14 additional health points. And then he's going to move an additional 15 feet away.
Okay.
And that's where he'll end up.
Okay. All right, Tolomer. Let's see here. Nope, that's right.
Nothing for the master to
Nothing
do.
for the mastiff. That's right. Okay.
He needs help from me.
Cool. All right. That brings us back to our siege weapons. The dragon is on the ground. So, Silvery Moon, you are up first. At that angle, you absolutely are going to have disadvantage on this shot.
What's 6 to your disadvantage?
Yeah, so 8, 9, 10, 14.
Okay. 14 does miss, unfortunately. Neverwinter.
Elena.
Disadvantage still too?
Neverwinter, you are...
The building's in the way?
Yeah,
Right?
building in the way, for sure.
12?
That is going to miss as well.
Okay.
All right, Mithril Hall.
That's me.
Dasu.
It's going to be a 23 to hit.
Okay. That is a... Let's see, 20-foot spear.
Don't we have to do a dex?
Oh, right.
saving
No, it's
throw?
DC. That's right.
It's a
My bad.
DC we have to do.
Right.
It's not an attack for me. It's a DC 15. For
I will
120
say
foot
that you can, because it's from 30 to 300 feet. So on this one, yeah, people are not close enough. You can center that on a position that does not strike Voldred, Roland, or Juniper.
Let's do it.
Okay. What was the DC?
DC 15.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Okay.
So what's
You
the
shall
damage?
take half. 17.
Okay.
So you're gonna take 4.
Yep. Yeah, he makes the save, so yes, 4. All right. That was Mithril Hall. Baldur's Gate, you're up. And
Still,
you'll be at disadvantage.
I'm gonna aim for the building. Just kidding. Roll. Fucking. I got 2 7s plus what, 6?
Yeah.
It's math.
13.
13.
You
13.
get +5 for yours. Range attack roll +5.
Oh, okay, so less. You
Oh.
got 12. All right. Yeah, this one, you guys try to take the shot, and you just watch this ballista bolt into the night air. Someone's about to have a bad day. All right. That brings us back to our Shadow Dragon. Let me see here. We had...
Am I allowed to yell to the people around me right now at all, or do I have to wait till my turn with any information that I may have found out?
I'll let you use a free action for that.
I want to go ahead and yell out that when I was underneath the dragon, that I noticed that while in dim light or darkness, the dragon has resistance to damage that isn't force, psychic, or radiant, and it's immune to necrotic damage.
So you guys hear Voldred shout this out. With that, Ptolemy, you're able to put the pieces together with him giving you help on that. You recognize that when the dragon got into the air, that moonlight struck across its back and kind of illuminated it. And when it got out of that dim light, that that ballista hit that you made, it had a full impact. Okay. All right. Voldred, you called yourself out.
Sorry. It's better to get it out before dying and not being able to say it.
That's fair. That's fair. It spins around. Actually, hold on a second. First off, it spins around and looks at you. You watch that glow inside of its mouth start to happen again, and then it rears up, makes 2 swipes at you.
Is it 2 separate? Is it 2 attacks?
2 attacks.
Okay, he's also got to take the damage from Elena as well.
What type of damage is that?
Elena.
That bounced.
Dragon
1D
bitch damage.
Dragon D's nuts. 1d8
1d8. What kind of damage though?
Kind of damage.
necrotic.
And fuck, it's immune to it, so it don't matter. Motherfucker.
You couldn't have enlightened me on that earlier.
Sorry.
No, not you, DM.
Hey, man. You were going to find out eventually when all of a sudden you see this, like, dark purple energy from inside, kind of like, and it just takes has no reaction to it.
I
That
went
being
emo
said,
for this. All right.
that being said, he rolled 2 9s. What's your AC?
13, so it's a double fail.
So you basically get these 2 large claw attacks that just go right in front of you, and he puts his face right down into yours and just starts blowing this dark necrotic breath into you.
Is he destroying my current pillar of safety that I have?
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
So kind of like around it a little bit to see you.
Okay.
But yeah, he is. You have extra AC even for that. So he rolled like shit, and you just see these claws around your pillar. God, I really thought there was going to be. I thought I was going to get you with one of them. All right. So we'll go ahead and get rid of that. Okay. Man, shit turn for the dragon. Elena, you're up.
Okay. Mm,
Do you remember the damage it takes while in dim
No,
light or
I'm-
darkness?
did you tell me?
Yeah, I yelled it.
Yeah,
you
he
remember?
shouted to
Oh,
it.
no,
I
didn't
shouted for.
remember.
So while in dim light or darkness, the dragon has resistance to damage that isn't force, psychic, or radiant, and it's immune to necrotic.
Okay. I don't
So
have any
force-
of that.
Okay.
I'm just trying to decide kind of where I want to go with this, but I'm going to do another crossbow. Oh.
What was it?
11.
Okay, it doesn't make it. Let me see here. Okay. 11 does not hit. So as it bends down to roar at Voldred, crossbow goes over its head. Any bonus action or movement for you?
No.
Okay. Juniper, you're awake.
I'm awake and I'm angry
Okay.
at having opened my eyes to see it yelling in Voltrude's face.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cast Shatter
Okay.
at a level 2.
Okay.
It needs to do a con save.
Okay. It's a 12.
It fails.
Okay. Gonna roll damage.
I fucking hate it here. 7 damage.
Okay. What kind of
I
damage?
rolled 2 1s.
Oh, no.
The kind of damage is thunder damage.
Thunder damage. Okay. 7 points. Okay.
That was so anticlimactic. I fucking hate it here.
It happens.
I'm gonna take my movement and go back here.
Okay. Sounds good. Any bonus action for you?
No.
All right. Voldred, you're up. And muted.
We're going to cast a spell, and we're going to cast Mind Sliver. I'm going to drive disorienting spike of psychic energy into the mind of the dragon
Okay.
that I can see within range. You must succeed on an intelligence saving throw, which is 14. And then take 1d6 psychic damage.
Dirty 20.
nothing else. That should be pretty much it.
Okay. You try to
yeah, because you saved it. Yeah.
Yeah, you try to cast a spell, and you see this energy grow in your hand and then fizzle out. No effect. Any movement for you? Any bonus action?
Is there an attack opportunity if I move?
With the pillar in your way, I'm going to say no. Depending on which way you go. If you head towards Juniper or the Mastiff, no. If you head up towards anything else, yeah.
So if I move like this way, am I getting taken or no?
If you head straight down and then over, I'll allow it.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great. Okay. You guys see Voldred skitter out of the way. Ptolemy, you're up.
I'm gonna reload the cannon and scream out for someone to help me.
Okay. So you hear another of this ball going into the cannon. Ptolemy starts yelling for some help up there. Roland, you're up.
All right. Do I have another ice knife? Is it a... I'm gonna use the ice knife as my attack.
Okay.
Alright, a 20 to hit.
Okay, yeah, that definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
That's a 7. And then hit or miss, the shard then explodes the target. And each creature within 5 feet must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 cold damage.
Okay. Rules as written. It says each creature within 5 feet. You are within 5 feet. So,
Easy.
what's it? There's a dexterity save to get no damage?
24. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I'm a
You
professional.
you throw this ice knife, and as you do, like you that little pillar next to you, you kind of like kick up and off and back clip away, and this ice blast hits the dragon and splatters outwards. What's the dex save on ice knife?
13.
Okay. Yeah, with a +4. 17.
Damn.
So, half damage for that? Or
No, it's full damage. That's just bonus damage.
Oh,
If
okay.
it,
Great.
yeah.
Great. Okay.
And then I've got my bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do unarmed strike for
Okay.
the bonus, which is a 11.
That's going to miss. All right. You toss out this knife. Go to punch. It's backed off from that, from being hit. Okay. Is that it for you? Any movement?
Nah.
Okay. Zephyrin, you're up.
Right, we are gonna go ahead because he doesn't got much that will go against him. So we're gonna do another slow longbow.
Okay.
And 21.
That'll hit.
9 damage for the first one, and we're going to go ahead and do the second one, which will be 15.
The second attack,
Yeah, it will be a hit for 15.
that misses.
Okay. So just the first one.
Okay.
And
2 crossbows,
then-
or 2 longbows.
Yep. And just the first one hits, and then we're just going to move 5 feet back that way. Or actually, yeah, we're going to just kind of keep out in the open. So he's got a pretty long range.
Okay. All right. That then brings us to our cannons again. He has not gone into the air. He went for that attack on Voldred. So, Silvery Moon, you were up, and unfortunately at disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Yes.
$14 to hit.
That does miss. All right. Neverwinter, also at disadvantage. Is that Elena?
Neverwinter, yeah. 2. Disadvantage again, right?
Yeah.
Based off what you let them in.
17.
17 will hit. Yes.
Beautiful.
So
Finally.
the Neverwinter ballista has made an adjustment and tilted up high. They're trying to like lawn dart it over the building. Go ahead and roll damage.
Was it 40-10?
4d10, yes.
Okay.
Book it up!
These will hurt D. 24.
Okay. Force damage, right? Or piercing.
Yes, piercing.
Okay. So you guys, out of nowhere, see this ballista bolt just auger straight into the back of the dragon, and it kind of flattens out a little bit, and then just like pulls up, and you watch the top of the ballista that's coming out from its back. It just kind of looks like it just shrinks as the dragon stands up and just like pulls up and pulls the whole thing out of it. It did damage, just not as much as we would like. Nice shot. All right. Mithril Hall.
It's me.
Posty. Roll another 2d20. Add your modifier, but disadvantage.
2D. For what?
So just roll.
Again?
Yes.
For the same thing? Okay.
Yes, at disadvantage.
9.
Okay. All right, Mithril Hall, you were up.
EC 15.
Okay. Dexterity, right? It's a 16 roll, so dex on top of that.
13.
Okay.
So 3.
Okay.
But he has some toasty toe beans though.
He does. He's just got hit by this ballista bolt, then gets burned. Like it's hitting now. He's looking actually surprisingly rough.
Does that fire put him back in the air at all, or does it keep him on the ground still?
It is about to put him in the air.
Okay.
So with this, he starts to flap his wings and begins to fly into the air. Roland, you're close enough. I'll let you have an attack of opportunity.
22.
Yeah, that'll hit. Go and roll damage.
Hell yeah. 5.
Okay. All right. So as it starts to take off, you manage to get this little pop right into its side. It takes off and goes. Let's see here. Grab this. Nope, that's not gonna work. Let me grab my other screen. Okay, Mithril Hall, what is your AC?
A whole bunch.
15.
15.
I think we're all 15. Yeah.
Okay. Let me just see one more thing. Okay. 2 claw attacks, 2 rend attacks. He swings through into the catapult itself. First one is going to be 18 plus a lot. Second one is 17 plus a lot. So both of those hit.
Did you slow down his movement enough?
Yeah, because I had him slowed down by 10 feet.
Flight speed, he has 80. So even with 10 feet, he still is
70.
in range. Good call out.
Yep.
Fine.
check.
Let's see here. 8. 8. Okay. And then that and that. Okay. Is that? 2. Okay. Man, shit. Yeah. Terrible. 9 points of damage. Looks like.
He's got 41 left.
Okay. So swipes through. Mithril Hall, go ahead and roll. I need 3. Just go and roll 3 d20s and let me know each of them.
Okay, duck. Ten, 7, and 7.
10, 7, and 7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good to know. You guys watch as it slashes through into the catapult. And you see two of the defenders up there get just absolutely tossed and thrown over the wall. You hear them scream as they go over. One defender is still huddled up against the catapult, trying to stay out of sight. That'll go ahead and be the Shadow Dragon's turn. Elena, you're up.
All right. How hurt is this dragon looking?
I mean, it's a lot rougher than you started, surprisingly. It's been hit quite a few times.
Okay. Let me just do another crossbow.
Okay.
18.
That'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Beautiful. 5.
Okay. All right. Anything additional?
No.
Okay. Juniper.
I'm gonna do Dissonant Whispers. It's a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Wisdom?
Yeah.
6.
Perfect. So the target must be wisdom. On a failed save, it takes 3d6 psychic damage and must immediately use its reaction to move as far away as its speeds allow away from you.
Okay. All right. Roll a damage on that.
Damage is 7.
Okay. What kind of damage was that?
That
Psychic.
is Psychic.
Yeah.
All up in La
So full
Cabeza.
damage. Great. So this time you see as it's slashing through this catapult, you watch it kind of like duck its head and try to shake, and then out of nowhere it just bounds off of the side of the where are you at there? Yeah, bounds off the side of the wall. That is, it is slowed still. So we're talking 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Here it basically goes into flight. You guys see it start to rise up over the wall.
Mithril doesn't get an attack of opportunity.
No. Good looking out. And then is there
We'll
like
try
a
for
save on his
everything, man.
turn for that? Jennifer.
That's just a one-time thing, right?
Yeah, it's just a one-time thing.
Great. Okay. Good to know. Thank you. Anything additional for you?
I'm gonna move to here and end my turn.
Okay. Voldred, you're up.
We are going to. We're going to cast a Sorcerous Burst at him, which I'm still in range. I'm at 100 feet. It's 120.
Okay.
13.
Okay. That's to hit. That is going to miss.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm going to stay where actually. I'm gonna go right there.
Okay. Ptolemy, you have loaded your cannon. Fire. You shoot forward. Go ahead and roll forward. Attack.
$25.
That definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
4d10, right?
Yep.
So close to that nat 20.
It's going to be 32.
32 points of damage. Go ahead and roll 2d20. So you're rolling at disadvantage. Add your to hit modifier.
16.
Okay. Another lightning bolt hits this thing in the chest. It's looking bad. All of a sudden, you see it's in the air. It's in the moonlight. Full impact across the chest of this dragon. It roars into the night again. Anything additional for you, Tolmer?
I'm yelling out again for someone to please help me load and fire this thing.
Okay.
On my way.
I can't see you!
Roland, you're up.
They're tall stairs, and you're a little woman.
Going as fast as my little legs will carry me.
I don't even think that Ptolemer's aware that the Mastiff is down right now.
I'll dash to Ptolemy.
Okay.
Long legs, McGee.
What's your distance? Your speed?
30 feet.
Okay, so dash will get you 60. So starting from here, we're going. Do you want to try and make that same like jump athletics check?
Also, yeah, sure.
Okay, because you can almost make it if you go around. If you roll your athletics, DC 15 to
Athletics
jump
check?
up here.
No, it's 5.
Okay, so you run. You try to make the jump, but you like slip in some mud and just bash your shins against the stairs as you hit it. So it's like you're like up, like poof, ah. That's gonna cost you 10 feet of movement there. So 45. You're almost there to get to the cannon, but it is gonna take you. It would take you your next turn to be able to get there and actually do anything.
Image in my head of Roland being that kid that's late to class with all of his books in his hand, running full speed up the stairs and just.
Oh, my homework. All right. Any bonus action for you?
No.
Okay. All right. That brings us back to Zephyrin. You have a building in your way.
Yeah, I'm going to use his. I can use his bonus action first, correct? Like his movement.
Yeah.
So we are going to. He's got 35. I can actually, because he's got 2 actions, so I'm going to actually dash first. So I'm going to move for 70.
Okay.
With this wall being broken here, how do I have a disadvantage, or is it a pretty easy climb up onto this portion of this damaged wall?
Make a
Right by
perception
him.
check for me.
+3. What did I roll? +3. So, 5.
Okay. You can't tell, but it looks pretty messed up. Like it was a good chunk taken out of there.
Okay. I'm gonna dash for the stairs
Okay.
and move up to this top of the stairs for his 70.
Great.
And then I'm gonna take my longbow shots. My second action for a longbow.
Okay. Perfect. Go ahead and you can. Where do you want him on the screen? You want him
Right.
here?
Nope. At top of the other stairs. Up north. Yep. Straight up top of those stairs in front.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. Right there.
Okay. That
Perfect.
puts him at 134 feet away. Is that within
And,
his range?
Yeah. He's got 150.
Just within. Okay, great. Yeah, go ahead and take the shot.
27.
That'll hit.
9 for damage.
Okay.
It'll be piercing.
All right. Longbow shot impacts into the dragon as it's flying. That brings us to Silvery Moon and Neverwinter. Or sorry, Silvery Moon first.
Silvery Moon.
Wait, I don't think Baldur's
Disadvantage
went
still?
last time.
With you,
Yeah,
Did
Baldur's got skipped last time,
did they?
I think.
They did. You're right. Okay. So Baldur's, go ahead and roll real quick.
Okay. Is it normal since I can see him?
The last time would have been a disadvantage because the house was in the way. Now, on your next roll, you will have normal, a normal to hit.
All right. Well, one of them was a nat 20, the other one was a 4, so.
Okay. So the first, in the past, that hit was a miss. So I'll remember you this time coming up. Silvery Moon, it's in the air. So you, for the first time, let's see, Hosing, what's the distance on that one?
Distance is 120 to 480 feet.
Okay, so 480 feet. Let me see here real quick. That's Silvery Moon.
Yeah.
About 240 away.
240 away.
Okay. So unfortunately, the 120 is within your normal range. 480 you can hit, but it is at disadvantage after 120 feet.
Okay.
So you're still at disadvantage.
Yeah, it doesn't hit.
Okay. All right, Neverwinter, you're up. Also looking at this one, being at that distance, as it is further, we're at 168. Scroll out. I mean, it's 200 feet to get there, so Neverwinter has 120 to 40. Disadvantage. Is that Elena?
Yeah. Shit. 9.
Okay. Let's see here. All right.
This is
Mithril
for the
Hall.
cannon, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a miss. All right, Mithril Hall.
Yes.
Let's see here real quick. Find it, iron explode on impact. 20 center on a point, 30 to 30 feet from the thing. Let me check something here real quick.
It's 32 feet away from me.
It's a 20-foot sphere.
20-foot radius sphere.
Okay. I'm gonna. It's a dexterity save, 20-foot sphere based on the ground. I'm just gonna tell you, unfortunately, it's an auto fail. It has to hit the ground, and then you make a dexterity save off of that. And it's already in the air. The walkways, according to the module, are 20 feet in the air. He is already flying above that for you to see it. So the sphere on impact will reach the top of the walkway. He is already above it.
I still want to launch anyway and light stuff off fire underneath it so he doesn't land.
Do it. So dexterity save on the trees. The trees have a what? A DC 15?
Mm-hmm.
No, they're trees. And they light on fire. But you guys do get to see. What's really cool is that this one guy who just watched his buddies get thrown off still manages to like turn this thing real quick because it had already loaded and just shoots straight in the air like.
Now the dragon's lit up by fire.
You can definitely see it. Yeah, it is very much in full light. All right. That brings us to Baldur's Gate. I did not forget.
All right. Roll fucking that 20. 18.
18 will hit.
All right. What is? It's daddy. All right. Roll.
I did 10 points of deforestation damage.
It's 5d10.
Okay. Roll damage.
Uh, 24.
Wow. Okay. So 24 points of damage. You strike into the dragon. You guys hear it roar, and it starts to coast down towards the courtyard. It lands hard into the ground, panting, and you see that purple glow inside of its chest start to and this explosion erupts out of it. The wraith that you had seen before blows out of the chest of the dragon standing behind it. This incorporeal form of this wraith sitting there, he goes, well, Zaztam wanted us to take this keep. I'm glad to see that it wasn't going to be an easy fight. And that's where we're going to go ahead and take a break.
A break?
What?
Okay. Snack. I'm fucking hungry.
So let's come back here. 15 minutes, so like 8:10.
Perfect.
All right, Volger. I know you got like. Is that kind of close? You got like an hour after that.
Yeah, hour and 15. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. We will be quick. So, all right. See you soon.
Bye.
Ghost. I know you're there.
Oh, you whisper it too.
There's Post, but anybody?
You rocking the Topo Chico?
Hell yeah. Keeps me from drinking soda at night.
Yeah.
I really recently got into like playing cards, and like so I've been like trying to learn some magic. Do you want me to show you a trick real quick?
Go for it.
All right. So it's one of the simple ones. I'm just gonna guess the card that you're thinking. Okay, so I got a normal deck. Right? Yeah, just a normal playing card. Nothing fancy. I've been messing with it all day. Nothing crazy. All right. So what I need you to do is think of a card. All right. And, all right. You got it.
Mhm.
All right. You're gonna tell me how many times to shuffle it. One through 5.
2.
2. All right. Cool. I got 1. All right. So there's 2. So most people either go with the spades or the hearts, because most people are lovers, or they like spades because they're strong and independent. Some like the clubs, some like the diamonds. Usually women will stick to the diamonds, men will stick to the hearts because they're lovers. I like to think that you're a strong type, but at the same time, I think you're a lover. All right. But, however, the tricky part is figuring out what card it is. Most people like the face cards. They like the kings and the queens and the jacks. But some people try and stay away from it. So the goal of this one is to read your mind and find the perfect card, which is 3 of clubs. I'm still working on it.
It ain't easy.
Being
it was a
cheesy.
Nice try.
It is
It was,
honestly bullshit.
I used to know some card tricks, but I haven't done magic in
I wasn't
outside of bedroom
actually
in years.
trying to do magic. I was mostly just eating up time until more people popped in.
I used to do magic tricks.
But imagine how cool it would have been if I got the right card.
I would have been pretty impressed.
It was hearts, wasn't it?
It was.
A face card?
was it 7 of hearts?
It was a face card.
Nope.
No?
Mine was 7 of hearts.
All right, do it for me, Roland. Let me see it.
Okay.
I'm sure he'll get it eventually.
All right.
Is it this one? Is it this one? Is it this one? Is it this one? Just spread the whole deck. Do you see your card here? I didn't.
So I'm being serious when I'm literally just bullshitting. I was gonna pull out a random card anyway and ask if that was your card. I just gave up anyway.
I was really hoping it was going to be. And then you'd be like, wait, what? Maybe I am.
Should have
magic.
fucked with them and said it was.
Nah, I can't lie. This face doesn't do lies.
Oh. But you want me to do it for you, Shane?
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, let's see it.
All right. Again, normal deck. All right. So, how many times do you want me to shuffle? 1 through 5?
5.
5. Okay. Making me take some time. All right.
I'm putting you up on the big screen, so if anyone's watching stream, it's just you. Excuse me.
You're watching the mayor himself do card tricks live.
live. All right, number 3. All right, number 3. Okay, that was a.
Still get rid of them.
All right.
Where's your mods?
Yeah. There we go.
I mean, she's here. Not
Nah,
doing her
she's
job.
poop.
She's
She's
gonna
pooping.
dump. All right, number 5.
Shut the fuck up.
All right, you've got your
It's like the
card.
best way to summon you. Just
And
tell
have-
everyone you're pooping.
I
You always come
oh,
back.
I just pick a card.
Yeah, pick a card in your mind.
Oh, okay. Got it.
You gotta DM it to someone so they know you're not lying.
Got it.
When he-
All right, well,
when he gets
give
it
me
right.
give me like number 1 through 10.
3.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Do you want to flip the third one, or do you want to flip the fourth one? The 3 down, 1 up, or 2 down, 1 up?
3 down, 1 up.
All right, 3 down, 1 up. All right, this is your card.
No.
It
Still
could have
working
been
on
now.
It could have been. It's close.
Hey, 1 out of 52 chance.
I was just about to say that.
Toaster, you
Nara,
need
do
to
you
do your
like-
mod duties.
What's happening?
I was doing magic.
Oh.
Yeah.
Get off my chair, motherfucker.
Nara, do you like
Close,
the
close.
picture of Talamer I had made?
Don't mind. Have to switch out my character icon.
Did you delete it? Is it gone?
What?
No. I
No?
put it in chat.
Peanut butter crackers are delicious. Oh,
I didn't delete anything.
No, my brother.
Yes. Why don't you have Siri bot?
I don't know. It was there now. It's
I
not.
think I did. No, I don't think I've gotten rid of that one. But I had one that was like fighting Harper's bots when we were co-streaming our D&D the other week.
Oh yeah, every time my bot posted a link, his bot's like, "Hey, you're not allowed to do that."
Yeah, it was the battle of AI.
when you
Oh,
go
wow.
to your kid's next game, I want you to let them know how disappointed I am in all of them that they lost.
I know. Dude, it was so close too. Like what's really a bummer about it, and I heard from a different coach. She's like, they're supposed to do like a tiebreaker thing, but they have what's called drop dead ball, right? So at 1 hour and 40 minutes of game time, drop dead, doesn't matter who's playing, that's the end of the game. And whatever the score is at that time, it is what it is. They tied at the very end, and the drop dead happened, and they're like, okay, well, we can't end in a tie because of it's playoffs. So we revert back to the previous completed inning and whatever the score was at that time. And they were 5-3, the other team at that point.
Oh, that's dog water.
So they lost because of that.
Mm.
So that puts us in the losers bracket. If we win our game tomorrow, championship Friday, end of the season. And then she's trying out for All-Stars on the 11th. So it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like I think she's got a really good chance at it, but there's a lot of
But yeah,
really
go-
good girls in this league, and it's one team. So we'll see. All right. So, we ready to get back into it?
Yes, sir.
Question: Did
Let's
we
do
just
it.
phase 2 this dragon?
What?
Did we just phase 2 this dragon?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
We phase 2 the Wraith.
So, all right. With that, we return to the battle at hand. So, this wraith appears upset at how this battle's been going. He pushes his hand back, and you see the dragon look around, look at the wall behind him. Sorry, this Pepsi's getting to me. There we go.
Pepsi's delicious.
It is delicious. I'm gonna zoom out my screen here a little bit. The dragon lifts off from the ground. And you watch as it takes a circle, a lap around Ironspine Keep. And as it does, blowing out this dark, necrotic energy along the wall, you watch as all of the siege weapons along the walkways are demolished.
Wait, how does it do its movement and attacks like that? That seems pretty OP.
Well, that's what happens when you have a phase 2.
Legendary.
Lands back behind the wraiths. Tallum, I need to make a dexterity saving throw.
I choose to pass.
Wait a minute, didn't Roland run up there?
No, he didn't make it.
He didn't make it.
I
Remember,
made
he
it, like,
splattered
right-
against the wall.
Oh, you didn't move
Yeah.
me.
I didn't move him, but he made it. He just didn't make it up
I was like,
all the way to the thing, but he's still on the walkway.
I was more like over,
21.
over here.
21 dexterity. Okay, Roland, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, fucking easy.
Walk a bet, bro.
17.
Okay, yeah, both of those were easy. That being said, as the dragon does its lap, destroying the siege weapons, both you and Tollimer are thrown off of the walkway, landing into this like little area of bushes and shrubbery against the building. You take no damage from the fall, but the walkways are currently like covered in a black necrotic fire. You hear screaming and yelling as those who were not so fortunate around the walkways begin to perish from the fire. I need a dexterity saving throw from Zephyrin.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. He's got a +4. 8.
Where are they?
And did you ever add his health back on that I
did,
got on his?
yeah.
Okay. I just refresh. That's all.
Yeah, you have to anytime the DM does something to the page, you gotta refresh.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
All right. He is blown off of the walkway, landing into dirt and rocks. He takes 5 points of falling damage. So I'll go ahead and update that. Okay.
This is also now the first time I'm noticing the Mastiff is down.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we've done no light. No save.
Oh, none of you can help the Mastiff.
Since nobody rolled, I will roll. One fail, one save. Do companions have saves, or do they just out of existence?
The Mastiff?
Yeah, since it's a robot, like, can you check if it's got a?
So I can still bring him back as long as he's been dead less than an hour. I think I have to use Tinker's tools and expend a level 1 or higher spell slot.
Okay, so there's no death saves for him then.
Yeah, there's no death saves for a defender.
Got it. Okay. Great. Good to know. Mastiff is down. Let me go ahead and just hide him from the field. All right. That was the Shadow Dragon's action. That's going to bring us to Elena.
Sweet.
Also, Obviously, the siege weapons are removed from combat.
Okay. It's the lycanthropes, right? That I have to use?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and go into my hybrid form as a werebear.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
Oh,
what?
what now?
Mm-hmm.
Smash.
Something about bears.
Something about bears.
I was never into bears before.
Mm-hmm. Till after boulders. And
Come on.
then is that my entire? No, it's a bonus action. So then I'm gonna do predatory strike. Run up if I do. I have space to even do that. I need to probably run up a bit, huh?
You would need to move.
You have 45 feet.
45?
feet between you and the wraith, and more to the dragon.
Yeah.
So how far?
Yeah. Yeah, about 50 feet to the dragon.
Okay, so I can get next to Voldred at least then.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to do that, and then that would have been my bonus action because my action would have been going into hybrid, right?
Bonus action for the hybrid transformation.
It wouldn't be an action, hybrid form, or that'd be predatory. Oh no, that'd be predatory strike, right?
Predatory strike is a action. Yes.
But also walking, so I don't have anything that else I can do at this moment, right?
I mean, your
'Cause I
walking
turned-
speed was 30 feet.
Okay.
You were what, 40 feet from the wraith?
You're within your distance, so you can walk it at any point. It's not considered like even after a bonus action, you can still do a walk away.
Mm-hmm.
So you got your walk, your bonus, and now you can do your action within
Yeah.
your striking distance.
Yeah.
Okay. So that'd be within 5 feet for predatory strike.
Okay.
Okay. And that'd be to the wraith. 9 to hit.
Okay. That's going to miss.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you want to describe what they see, or are you wanting me to say this?
You say this because
Okay.
I'm not gonna be able to explain that one well.
So, for those of you who are looking in Elena's direction, you see her see this dragon go around the perimeter. People falling, dying, in flames, being thrown off the walls. You watch as she puts her crossbow onto her back. The darkness that you're used to seeing expand out from her eyes starts to grow. Her eyes start glowing red. Suddenly, normally this black just kind of spreads a little. The horns grow a little more. This time, though, you watch as she starts to expand. You watch as her shoulders start to grow. You watch as this hair starts to cover her body. She hits all fours. She looks down, and you watch that black go over her entirely. And then comes back around. You watch as she stands up in a humanoid, bearish form and rushes forward, taking a swipe at the wraith. The wraith, seeing her come, kind of laughs and goes, "Ha! One of you's a challenger." Smashes the hand away with the sword. Nicely done.
That's so cool.
Super cool.
Hell yeah.
Juniper, you're up.
Juniper is gonna come back up over by here, and let's see. Is anybody currently like hurting? I feel like. Do what?
Well, are we allowed to? Am I allowed to let her know what I'm at, or no?
I'll allow it.
21 out of 27. I'm only 6 hit points off max, though.
Okay. I didn't feel like anybody had been like seriously wounded other than myself, so
Right.
I am gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself
Okay.
because I'm sitting at 5 of 27. What's going on?
Oh, I'm scared.
I'm scared too. I don't like that grin.
Biggest shit eating grin I've seen in a minute.
I'm not doing anything until I get explanation.
I feel like you're about to.
Okay, is what he said.
So you're
Alright,
healing
whatever.
yourself.
Yeah. 14.
Okay, you get 14 points of healing.
And then
I don't know. The way to give a girl a complex. I
Is
love
that your
this.
bonus
I'm
action or
not-
your action?
That's my action.
Okay. Bonus action and movement. What do you got?
Bonus action. Wait, say that again?
So that was, you got your bonus action and your movement, or your, that was your
No,
bonus
I-
action.
that-
You have your action and your movement left.
Okay. I'm gonna crossbow the dragon.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to attack.
And a hit.
And unfortunately, at your distance,
Yeah.
trying to shoot over the pillars and just happens to go wide. Any movement?
I moved up already.
Okay, you did. Got it. Okay. Voldred, you're up.
Oh shit. You know what? With the Wraith being all cocky and stuff, I'm gonna go ahead and cast the Witch's Bolt on him.
Okay.
And 22 for a hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And it's gonna be so with this Witch's Bolt as well. He's gonna take 2d12 lightning damage, and it's gonna stick with them. So even after my turn, I can just continue to hit him with the 2d12.
Okay, great. Go ahead and roll damage.
Damage is gonna be 22 of lightning damage.
Wow, okay. Okay. You shoot out this witch's bolt. Looks like electricity just and it tethers to him. This time striking a square in the chest. He immediately kind of comes down from it and stands up, and you watch as it tethers around him almost like a lasso. As you do, you squeeze your hand and everyone can see this, the electricity going from you kind of like tightens up real quick, and it constrains him down for a second, and then he stands back up as the spell begins to keep the connection but loses the intensity. Nice hit. All right. Bonus action and movement.
Yes, my bonus action, I'm gonna use. Where is it? Sorry, excuse me. I'm going to convert sorcery points back into spells.
Okay.
So I'm gonna cast 2 sorcery points for my 1 level 2.
Okay. So you get a level 2 slot back.
And I use 2 of my 3 sorcery points.
Okay. Very cool. Any movement?
No, I'm gonna stay here right now.
Great. Okay. Ptolemy, you're up.
Okay, no. So move right here, and then I'm going to cast Fairy Fire.
Okay. On who?
20-foot cube. Right there.
Okay.
So, it's a Dex saving throw.
Okay. Let's get some of the new dices out. I got these dice before the tariffs hit. They were $3. Okay, dexterity saving throw for the dragon. Okay. 13.
Fail.
Okay. For the wraith, it's gonna be worse. 8.
Also a fail.
Okay.
So everybody has advantage on them for up to the next minute.
Okay, so it's on them like when they're in the cube or wherever they go.
So it happens when they're in the cube. And as long as I concentrate on the spell for up to a minute, they remain outlined.
Okay, can you move the cube at all?
So no, it's like when they're in the cube is when I cast it.
Got it.
It stays on them for the duration.
Okay. All right. Cool. Any bonus action or action for you?
Nope.
Okay. So you guys watch as Ptolemy does this incantation, and suddenly this cube of energy, almost looking like little fairies, like almost like lightning bugs going around them, and they are lit up in bright light while they're standing in this box. Roland, that is, or I'm sorry, bonus action or action or movement?
Well done.
Okay.
Well, actually, I'll tuck back behind the corner of the house again.
Okay, great. Half cover.
So keep.
3/4 cover. There. Roland.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
For 12.
Okay, good.
If you needed healing, why didn't you say so?
Because I wanted to use mine.
That's why you were laughing.
Yes.
I can do him a set.
I have healing.
He can tie his shoes and he can heal himself.
Mm-hmm.
You can wipe your own
I
ass.
thought the Dragon
too.
Link was gonna have
He
some
can't do
sort
that
of
yet.
thing that targeted people that used it. I was scared for her.
So, how far away am I? I think it might be too far.
He just healed himself for 16, so now he has 17 HP.
I had 2.
I asked.
I was legitimately trying to figure out what was happening. I didn't want to say it. It's his game.
I'll probably be fine when it gets to me.
I'm gonna move up behind. Behind here. I don't have anything that I can do from this distance, so
Yeah, half cover, so +2 to AC. All right. That brings us to the Wraith. That fairy fire doesn't count as sunlight, does it?
It's dim light.
Dim light. Okay.
Or no, it is regular light, but they shed dim light for a 10-foot radius. Yeah.
Okay. So 20-foot cube is regular light, and then sheds dim. Okay.
And then everything that's covered in it will also shed dim light for a 10-foot radius.
Okay. Perfect. So, the Wraith has now been attacked by a bear, and is currently tethered by electricity.
I didn't hit.
But you attacked him. So as he swats that away and gets tethered, he looks down and grabs the tether and goes, "Well, you are feisty." He's gonna walk around the pillar towards Voldred. Elena, you get an attack of opportunity.
Heck yeah. And that'd be the same thing, right? Predatory strike, or just
With advantage.
Yeah, with advantage for that. Predatory.
What am I like? I don't know what I'm striking with.
Predatory, you have to apply a Crimson Right to unarmed strikes, which treat as a weapon. You can choose either that. So that one is not going to work. When you use an attack action to make an unarmed strike, you make one additional unarmed strike as a bonus action. Oh, that's actually interesting. Oh, as a bonus action, but you bonused into your predatory form.
So it's just unarmed strike?
It's just an unarmed strike for you.
Okay.
or you can tell it's really mature for his age.
What do I? How do I do the advantage roll?
If you right click on the +3 and then hit roll with advantage.
Oh yeah, 20.
Dirty or natural?
Dirty.
Okay. Then that is for you. It's a straight 3 damage. So cool. Let me go ahead and pop that on there. Okay. So you swipe through this big bear claw, strikes across its back, and he just keeps walking. Let me actually double check something here. All right. Almost like phasing through him. You tell like there's like some kind of damage, but it's minuscule. He just doesn't even bother looking back at you. Comes around, tether in hand. He looks at Voldred and goes, "All right, let's see what you've got." He just like reaches out his hand to you. That's gonna be a 16 to hit.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Okay. And you start to feel this this pulling from inside, from in your soul almost. As it does, it feels like your life force is being drained. You will take God.
I'm dead.
take 27 points of necrotic damage. Additionally, your hit point maximum is decreased by the same amount.
I'm already dead after the necrotic damage.
So you're
Yeah.
down.
Yep.
Okay. So the tether breaks. You watch as Voldred pulls up, kind of like, and falls. That is the end of the Spectre's turn. The Wraith's turn, sorry. Zephyrin is up.
I'm going to move him to about here. It'll be as low as 35.
Okay.
And then I'm going to shoot between the pillars with his slow longbow
Okay.
at the Wraith. And that's going to be a 24.
That'll hit.
And that'll be a 12 damage for the first one. And then we're going to go ahead and do another longbow action. So he'll be slowed for the first one. 12 damage. And then the second one, we're going to shoot for 24. And damage of 10. So a total of 22 damage and slow of 10 feet.
Okay.
Walking distance.
All right. So as Voldred falls to the ground, suddenly, toof, toof, 2 longbow shots into the chest. Not doing as much damage as you would like, but definitely causing damage. Any bonus action or movement?
I already used my movements and no bonus action. Yeah. No
Okay.
bonus action.
All right. Let's see here. Okay. Brings us back to the dragon. The Wraith, as it gets hit, looks to the dragon and goes, "Get the straggler." He lifts off the ground and will travel. Yeah. Travels over to Zephyrin. I don't need to do the overlay. He is going to land. Actually, he's not even going to land. He's just going to stay in the air, and you see him blast this shadow cloud, shadow breath, at Zephyrin. So that is going to be a DC 17. Sorry. DC 13.
So dexterity saving throw, right?
Carnivor's gonna have 2 characters go down in the same round.
That'll be 9.
It seems kind of targeted. Why?
Okay.
What a mean DM.
What did you do lately, Carnivore? What did you do to upset him?
The dice gods do be fickle.
They do be fickle.
I did not like seeing an 8, 7, and a 6 land on those dice. It's going to be 21 points of necrotic damage as Zephyrin is just engulfed in this shadow breath.
Okay, that's gonna put me at 34.
Okay.
Anything else on top of that necrotic damage?
I don't believe so let me get his damage set up here. No.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm sitting at 34 for health.
Okay. I've been keeping track. You're at 29.
Okay.
So.
Did not update it. Okay.
It's all right. Okay. Still Shadow Dragon still in the air. That then brings us to Elena.
Okay, let me see where I'm at again. Run around Voldred here and Predatory Strike.
Okay.
With advantage.
Is the Wraith out of that cube now?
No, it doesn't matter. They were
What do you-
in it when it was cast, so
Okay.
it stays.
That's what I was
Yeah, it
asking.
stays-
Does it?
It stays on them as long as they concentrate.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. You know, so the cube is just when it's cast.
Got it. Okay.
22 to hit.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
8.
Okay. Back here. What kind of damage is that?
It just says melee.
Should have like a here. I'll take a look real quick. Should have like a slashing or bludgeoning or something.
Yeah, like a predatorial strike, it said.
It's just a strike.
And did you do a dex or strike?
Dex.
Okay, dex. Apply a crimson to unarmed which treat as one weapon. Use dexterity, which deal 1d6 bludgeoning or slashing damage. Your choice. Although, let me take a look here. Doesn't matter. Go, what was the damage? 8.
8.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Elena runs around after seeing Voldred, fall next to her. She comes around. You watch as this, humanoid bear just comes through and just slashes down. This time, striking again across the back of the Wraith. The Wraith kind of pulls forward, but not as much of an effect as you wanted. Anything additional for you?
Can I do it again? Because it's also a bonus action.
Yes, you can.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. 14 and then 20. Dirty 20.
That hits.
And 5.
Okay, 5
Damage.
points of damage. All right. Both claws go across the back. He's actually surprisingly looking a little worse for wear this quick up. So, nicely done. All right. Anything additional?
I don't think I have anything additional.
Any remaining movement? Understanding you'll incur the attack of opportunity.
Huh? Sorry, I was
Any
reading.
movement?
No.
Okay, great. Then we go and move on to Juniper.
She's gonna move 25 over here, and she's gonna cast Dissonant Whispers on the dragon again. Wisdom savings throw.
Okay. It's 18 plus.
Yeah, he saves. He's fine.
Okay. All right. So You go to cast a spell this time as it's blasting Zephyrin. And as you do it, it shows no effect. It can't even hear it right now as it screams and roars and blows this shadow breath out. Bonus action or action?
Going to give Ptolemy Bardic Inspiration.
Okay.
And that'll be my last one.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Yep.
Okay. Fulgent.
You're muted.
I will.
Hi. So, yeah, I'm gonna cast Strength of the Grave.
What is that?
When damaged, this isn't radiant or from a crit. What was it at a critical hit?
It was
Technically,
not
I
a
think.
critical.
Okay. Reduces you to 0 HP. You can make a, saving throw. What is it? Charisma saving throw. DC 5 plus damage taken. On a success, you instead drop to 1 HP. You can't use this feature again until you finish a long rest.
Okay. You need to roll a natural 20.
Fuck. Well, it's worth a shot.
It's absolutely worth the shot. You have a 5% chance. You might as well take it.
10 with the 4. 14.
Okay. So unfortunately, as that drain comes through, you try. It's a battle of wills between you and the wraith, and he overcomes. You fall to the ground, and as you do, you try to still pull from some inner wellspring of power and vitality. I'm gonna let you make death saving throws.
All right. Do you want me to start now, or is that till next turn?
You can start now. I will say that Strength of the Grave was a reaction.
Okay. 13.
That is one save. Ptolemy,
Yes,
you're up.
indeed. I'm going to shoot at the dragon
Okay,
with my crossbow.
great.
It's a 22.
That does hit. I need you to roll another d20.
Another d20. 13.
What is your plus modifier for the crossbow?
Oh, plus 5.
Roll damage.
8.
Fairy Fire. The combination of that, and as it is blowing this shadow breath at Zephyrin, you shoot through. And what you actually see here is that not only does it impact into the dragon, but it travels through. And with that secondary roll, you manage to hit that glowing purple heart of the dragon. As it does, it ignores any resistance and doubles the damage.
Ooh!
So you had 8 damage there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thanks.
Dragon suddenly and smashes onto the ground. Anything additional for you?
Crying still a free action, right?
Yes.
I think that. Nope, that's gonna be it for me.
Okay. Rolling.
Right.
Fed up with seeing people drop on the ground, Roland is going to run over to Voldred and basically grab him by the chest. And you're going to see the charm of the Emerald Enclave start to glow as I cast Greater Restoration.
Okay. All right. Make sure to put 4 charges onto your charm.
How do I put 4? 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Wow. Voldred. Down. Dying. You've from deep in this ether around you, you feel a tightness, a support. While you're still down, this isn't going to bring you up. Even in this ether, this constriction that you feel releases. You can come back up and your hit points are no longer reduced. So I would have allowed you to come back with 1 hit point if you were healed. At this point, any healing for you will bring you back the full healing amount. Huge.
Massive.
So I'm back without it. So am I back to 1 right now?
You're
then?
not up.
Or not back. Okay, so I'm just okay.
But
No, your hit
if you
point
had
reduction.
Come up, yeah, if you had
is
come
gone.
up, I would have only done it at 1 because I was supposed to reduce your health points from where your maximum or to where you were down to 0. So that's a major break. And something I did not plan for. Roland, any bonus action or movement for you?
I'm going to use my bonus action to attack the Wraith. Unarmed strike.
Okay.
14.
That hits. Roll for damage.
Oh, this was with advantage as well. 10.
Okay.
See what the advantage would have been.
So you give a little bit of greater restoration to Voldred, and you stand up and you punch a ghost in the face, and it does a little bit of damage. Not as much as you want, but you made a point. I'm also going to move you up here. Okay. Anything additional? Any other movement?
That's it.
Okay. Evens odds. Let's see here. Okay. The Wraith turns and sees himself get punched by a guy who just hugged somebody on the ground, and then looks at the bear that is bearing down on him, no pun intended, and reaches out his hand towards you, Elena, and you feel a very similar constriction to what Voldred just had. He's going to do Life Drain, and it's a 14 to hit.
The misses.
You feel this constriction across your chest. You feel that you almost, kind of like in Doctor Strange, right? You almost see like an incorporeal version of yourself start to get pulled out. A normal version, not the bear version. You see you being pulled out and will it back in. The wraith kind of in anger.
Do I get to react to that?
No, you don't, because there was no damage. All right, that is the wraith's move. Zephyrin.
Let's see here. I'm gonna move 70 feet to the stairs by Ptolemy, just the like top of them, like right at the edge. Right about here.
Okay, so just going straight down the wall.
Yep.
Okay.
For my first, and then I'm gonna longbow the wraith
With advantage.
with advantage.
The dragon takes a swipe as you run by. Rolls a 12 to hit.
That will be a miss.
Okay. So Zephyrin just you actually, as you're running, you jump up and kind of wall run around the dragon. So as it swipes through, you are like along the wall over the claws as it comes through. You took a shot at the wraith, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Longbow. With the slow again as well to slow him down.
Okay.
That'll be a 21.
That hits. Roll damage.
That'll be 11 for damage.
Okay. Longbow bolt into the chest. Anything else?
Nope, that'll be it.
Okay. Brings us back to the top. That's the Shadow Dragon. You see that breath start to grow again, and it moves over towards the group of you. And as it starts to, you all hear the wraith look at him and go, "No, not with me here, you idiot." And the dragon holds it and, in anger, and slashes at Juniper. It's gonna be 2 attacks. The first one is a 15 to hit.
Do I have added protection where I'm at or no?
No, he is on you.
Okay. First one hits.
Second one is a 16 to hit.
And it hit.
Okay. That is going to be...
Does Elena's curse count still?
How long does the
I
curse
think
last?
that's only for a minute.
And it's necrotic damage, so it literally doesn't...
It never counted anyway.
Yep.
Nope.
All right, let me see here. First slash is 17 points of damage. Second slash is 13 points of damage.
And she falls to the ground.
Okay. That's not more than your hit point maximum, is it? Like, you have to get to 0 and then go further over your hit points?
I don't know. I just put it in the thing and hit damage, and it
No.
says death
Okay.
saves.
Okay, okay. If it were to... So, let me just see yours, just so we can see what that one is. it does just kind of take it away, doesn't it? That's weird. All right. Well, if I can't see it, then I don't care. All right. Juniper falls again, lifeless to the ground, unconscious. All right, Elena, you're up.
Slash again. Uh, 19.
That hits.
And 6 damage.
Okay. A pesky fly in the wraith's side. Bonus action hit or anything? Yeah. Okay.
$22 to hit.
That hits. Roll damage.
4.
Okay. All right. Anything additional for you? Any movement?
If I move back and around, is that gonna do it? I can honestly take it at this point. I'm gonna kind of run towards Juniper.
Okay. Let's see here. As you start to run, you begin to feel that pull from inside, almost like a fishing hook behind your chest, right? So as you run, you kind of feel this. It's 22 to hit.
Hits. That was a lot of dice.
I heard like 5 or 6 in there.
I know.
This is,
As you start to run to help her out, you feel like part of yourself is ripped away. You take 15 points of damage, and your health point maximum is reduced
The what?
by 15 points.
15?
Yeah, by the same amount.
Fuck. All right.
So I'm going to pop in here. Current maximum. We will. Let's see here. Current max. Override max HP. Here we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. So the most you can heal for now is up to 18 HP.
Okay.
And you were at 32 before, right?
33.
You're at 33 health. I mean, like, have you been hit in this battle at all?
No. So it was 32 to start this
32.
battle, yes.
So 32 minus 15.
17.
17. Yeah. Okay, so take 1 damage there. There you go. 17 out of 18 health points now. Okay. So you run, you take this hit, or you feel that life drain. You run around to Juniper. What do we do?
I'm just gonna. That's it for my turn.
Because did you make attacks? You did.
Yeah, she attacked
Okay.
the wraith.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
All right. Voldred, I am trying to be cognizant of time for you.
Nope, you're good. No, don't worry about it. You're good. No rush.
All right. Juniper, need a death saving throw.
11.
Okay, that's a save. Voldred, you are up. Or sorry, you
Am I allowed to do? Am I still doing death saving throws, or am I able to do anything?
You are currently in death saving throws. You had greater restoration put on you, but it doesn't bring you to health.
Okay. 8.
Okay, that is a failure.
That's a save.
No,
8
it's
is
not.
a failure.
8 is a fail.
10 and above is a save. 9 and below are failures.
I read the thing wrong.
It's all good. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Ptolemy, you're up.
I will move that 5 feet there so I can get an eye on what's going on. So now Voldred and Juniper are both down.
Yes.
I will go to Juniper.
Okay.
And I want to try to stabilize her. Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to heal her. I still have, yeah. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Excellent. You get 12 HP.
Nice. All right, Juniper, you feel that healing energy inside. Your eyes snap open as you come back to consciousness with 12 HP.
Love it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anything additional, Ptolemy?
No.
Okay. Roland, you're up.
Alright, I'm going to cast Spare the Dying on Voldred.
Okay.
That brings you to 0, but you don't have to make death saving throws anymore. I am then going to return my attention to the Wraith and do an unarmed strike.
Okay.
Yep.
Little green healing energy comes out, and then that hand comes right back, swinging into the Wraith's face.
17 to hit.
That will hit. Roll damage.
5.
Okay. All right, you connect with the Wraith. Starting to see that it's starting to, like, it's having a hard time holding its form, right? You're starting to see parts of, like, mist and smoke coming off of it as it tries to hold itself together. Action, bonus action, movement.
No movement.
Okay. All right. The Wraith kind of, like, takes the hit and looks back at you. Foolish, foolish mortals. Raises his hand. Probably not going to feel shit. It's a 9.
Nope.
Okay. That same healing energy that you pushed into Voldred, you feel that its remnant effect around you, and brushes off anything that spectre might have tried. Or that Wraith may have tried, sorry. All right. Zephyrin. Muted.
We're muted.
I'm gonna take 2 longbow shots.
Okay.
But they're gonna be 2 arcane shots,
Okay.
and they're
With
gonna-
advantage.
With advantage, but they're going to be also shadow arrows for the arcane shots, and I'm gonna
Okay.
shoot one at the dragon and one at the wraith for each
Okay.
action.
All right. Which one
And
are you going
with
to go
that-
with first?
The first one's going to be the dragon. If it is a hit, it'll take 2d6 psychic damage and must succeed on a wisdom saving throw of a DC 10 or be unable to see anything further than 5 feet away on his next turn.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and roll to attack.
It'll be a 21.
Yeah, that hits.
And then 2d6.
So you roll an extra 2d6 psychic damage. So roll your longbow damage and then your psychic damage.
Longbow will be 12 damage, and then psychic damage will be 14 damage as well.
Okay.
And then he has to make a wisdom saving throw of a 10.
How much was the psychic damage?
Was 14.
Okay. A wisdom save of DC 10.
Wait, hold on, wait. I think I read that wrong. Hold on, wait. It would have been... No, sorry, 11 psychic damage.
Okay, so 3 less.
Yes.
All right.
And then he took 12 longbow damage.
And then it was a wisdom save, right?
Of 10.
Of 10. He has a +1 on his modifier. He rolled an 8, so that's a 9.
So he's
Just
blind
failed.
on his next turn for 5 feet. He can
Okay.
only see for 5 feet.
Awesome. And you're going to make a second arcane shot?
Yep, at the Wraith.
Okay.
This one is going to be 18 for a hit. For a shot.
Hey, you know what? I'm sorry. Looking at it,
Yeah.
arcane shot, twice per short rest, once per turn.
Okay, my fault. I read that wrong then.
That's okay.
Then we'll still do an additional longbow arrow shot at the Wraith.
Great.
We'll make it another slow one to make sure he stays slow in movement.
Okay.
So that'll be a 17.
That hits.
And 7 for damage.
On the Wraith.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Is that it for Zephyrin?
Yep, and no bonus action.
Okay. That brings us back to the Shadow Dragon.
I'm gonna play dead.
Yeah, he does not see you come back with health. Plus, with the shadow attack, cannot see further than 5 feet away until the start of your next turn. The dragon takes no action. He is suddenly blinded and starts looking around trying to find something. Since he thinks Juniper is down and dead, he doesn't attack you. So he can't see anyone. He's going to take one wild swing with disadvantage. No. 2 3s. Can't be shitting me. And hits nobody. Elena, you're up.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna run up to the dragon
Okay.
within striking distance.
Yeah.
And oh, thank God for advantage. 16.
16 just hits.
Perfect. 4, 7 damage.
Okay.
I'm just gonna follow it up with another one.
Yeah, do it.
That's a natural 20.
Let's go. All right.
And 13.
How do you want to do this?
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Is it still laying on the ground?
It is on the ground. It's standing, but it's just like swinging its head around, trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay. I'm gonna run up to it and just take a big bite out of its jugular and like, kind of just like taking my nails like down its neck,
Yeah.
and that'll be it.
Fuck yeah. So you see this Elena bear just go run. It just jumps up as it's swinging its head around, and as she does, gets into the throat. As she rips back, you guys watch this explosion of just shadow energy just start spraying out across the field. She rips out and buries her claws in and just starts riding down. By the way, I want to just point this out, Elena. You were 1 HP away from having to roll to figure out who you would have attacked.
Yay.
You guys watch as this shadow dragon just starts roaring and blowing the shadow blood and magic out, and crashes to the ground. Elena's underneath the head as it lands, and she just throws it off to the side.
Fucking hot.
Any bonus action or movement for you?
I'm gonna kind of run back down, like turn around, still seeing that the wraith is still standing, and just come back here.
Okay.
I'll end my turn there.
All right. Good turn. Juniper. On the ground.
Yeah.
Your eyes open as you wake up from this healing energy. The only enemy on the field is the wraith. What do you do?
She's gonna stand up, take a side step to get a clear view of the wraith, and she's gonna levy her crossbow at it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Just kidding. 7.
Okay. You have advantage.
Oh, I do. So
Okay.
I can hate it. For bonus action, I'm gonna throw my dagger because it's a light weapon and I have that.
Okay. Yeah. Roll to hit with advantage.
14.
It just hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
6.
As you throw your dagger, having just stood up from being down for the second time in this fight, and you watch it connect. How do you want to do this?
Fuck yeah.
Okay, so she's magicked out. All of her spell slots are extended. She is exhausted. Limping, bloody, bruised, battered, not even chipper at this point. She is just done, exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
Crossbow misses. She fucking drops it, reaches for her dagger, and in this last, like, huff attempt, the last of her spoons, she lets it go. It flies off the tip of her fingers and connects directly in its temple.
You watch
Oh, yeah.
everyone as this dagger just as Juniper hits her knee from the effort of throwing it. The rain starts to fall onto your heads, and you watch it as it buries in. The steel crown that this wraith wears tumbles off from the impact. He takes a knee, burned around the torso from a witch bolt that acted as a lasso. Stabbed, slashed, beaten. He looks up at all of you. Looks at the dragon laying dead behind you as it starts to slowly lose its shape and fade out into the night mist that's now starting to already pull back towards the walls and recede from where you all stand. He looks at the six of you. That was surprisingly good. And you watch as everything holding him together releases and fades.
Is there any
Hell
gear
yeah.
left over from him dissipating, or is all the armor and anything he had going?
You're on the
This
ground
fucking
right now.
goblin.
That was quick.
You're on the ground right
I'm
now.
not. I'm not on the
Just
ground.
kneeling into-
I just wanted to know. That's all.
All over
Because I'm
this
technically, I'm
armor.
technically laying right there by him, so I'm just wanting to make sure that
Nothing falls. Nothing
Guys.
remains.
Clunk, clunk.
Zephyrin walks
Well-
over to the five of you and is just like, wow.
While it's all going on, can I drink a potion of healing so I can get off 0 HP?
Someone can give it to you. We'll say that happens. So
Okay.
yeah, go ahead and drink yourself a healing potion. Go ahead and
Take this potion and drink it.
There you go. 7 points of HP. Glug glug glug.
Plus 2, it says.
There you go.
Perfect.
Wow. Really good. Boldred, I think you gotta go, right? So we gotta end it here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We
Good
will
night.
pick up where we left off when we come back next time. I am gonna bring Joe back for him to get an opportunity to at least finish up his part of the story here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Additionally,
I'm sorry, I almost killed him.
yeah, it's okay. He's going to be excited. Also, over the next 2 weeks, I need you guys to go ahead and update because you have all advanced to level 4.
Yes.
Yay!
I'm
Huzzah.
gonna use my last spell slot while we're tidying up here and fix up my iron defender or my steel defender.
Yeah, sure, you can take some time.
So that's if we're still just finishing combat, we haven't long rested or anything. That's 2d10. I mean 2d6 going back to it for 10.
Cool.
How are we doing the HP?
Yeah, you guys can roll for HP real quick if you want, or we can do it later, whichever you prefer.
So I'm currently at 24.
I'm talking about for our new level HP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you will roll one of your hit dice and then add your Constitution modifier.
What, like,
48?
Wait, what? What do you mean
So-
our hit dice?
Everybody has a certain hit dice. It's on your character sheet. You will see.
I have 48.
Yes. So you're at 3d8 right now. You're bumping up to 48. So you will roll 1d8 and then add your Constitution modifier. Someone else, like Zephyrin, has a 1d10. You could see that.
Ooh, that was an 8.
You got +8 on yours?
Yeah.
Alright.
Plus, let me see.
So what are these? I'm just trying to find
What's my Constitution modifier? Constitution. Oh, 0, so it's just 8. Okay.
Yeah, you're 0 +8. So you're just at 8 for yours. So let's see. Voldred. If you go to the character editor, the anvil and the hammer, you're gonna roll a d6, and then you'll add your Constitution modifier, which is
So mine was 7.
+3.
3.
Yeah.
What is that
7
then?
with the con modifier, Juniper, or before?
With the con modifier.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So I what? Just do 27 plus 7?
Yeah. Is everybody good? Okay, awesome. That 3.5 hour battle, guys. Like that was hard.
That was rowdy.
Pretty epic.
So,
Pretty epic.
it's tough. A lot of people hit the ground today. So, I was telling Posty about this the other day. Like, no bones about it. People could have died.
Oh yeah.
Like this was
For
a
sure.
battle that
I thought I was gonna die.
I
And I
kinda
offered
did
No,
too.
I was prepared to roll a new character.
Yeah. So I was very surprised that everyone got out of it. The dragon beefed a couple of shadow breath weapon rolls, so that was big. And then there was one big, like 2 strikes he just flat out missed, and I was like, no fucking way. So
The dice give it.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but I think blinding you really kind of helped us there on this one turn of really fucking us up there at the end.
that was really big. He
Yeah.
was not going to go for Juniper, but whoever he was about to hit was going to get fucked. So actually, technically, there was a breath weapon that was like prepared to go.
That could have hit almost everybody in that little, because we were all in one area.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was possible TPK right there, which I don't want to do, but it was
Just
scary.
wiped out all of us.
I mean, there's a big benefit to this fight, so it's like it had to be real stakes.
Yeah.
It certainly was.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. Then we'll see you hopefully here in 2 weeks, and enjoy your week and enjoy leveling up your characters.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Well, see ya.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, chat. That is going to be it for us. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate